Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So I've got a bit of a tutorial slash craft with me video for you, and we're going to be making some charms or dangles for some journal jewelry. You're going to be mainly using these beads from BB Craft and these head pins, which also came from BB Craft. So I've got some bicones on my left, which are some smaller beads, and on my right there's they're round beads, but they're both those kind of crystal faceted type of beads, so they give that real cool sparkle. And yeah, I just love crystal glass beads. I've also pulled out some other charms and bits and pieces here that I can also use and incorporate with these charms and dangles. And over here on my left, I've also got a whole bunch of other different beads, and thought I could use these as well and combine them and make different combinations. I definitely think I want to use those ones in particular on the right, in the middle. And then, I've got this big, huge tray as well, or container. And this one has a whole assortment of things. And there's a few other charms and dangles here that later on I'll show you in another video how I make dangles with these. But they're very simple. You just add them onto paper clips or bowl pins. But for this one, I thought I'd show how I actually thread the beads on and turn them into proper charms and dangles. I'm not sure what to call them. Do I call them just charms, or do I call them dangles? Or do I just generically call it journal jewelry? But anyway, so I've also got some needle nose pliers, those purple ones and those blue ones. I'm not sure what they're called. Are they called wire cutters? I don't know. From now on, I'm just going to call them wire cutters. If they're not called wire cutters, forgive me. But I'm just grabbing the head pin, straightening it out, and I'm going to have a play threading on different beads. It takes me a while to find where the hole is in this one. I do have to say though, with these head pins, they don't seem to be the best quality. As you can tell, they're all twisted and bent. Most head pins that I've gotten in the past come, completely straight, and they're quite sturdy. It takes a bit of force to bend them. These ones are quite bendy and malleable, and that's okay, because as you could see, I could easily straighten them out, which was nice. And they do have some weight to it. They're not completely flimsy at all, which a testament to that is how my fingers hurt after doing this for a while, because it took quite a bit of effort to bend the wire. So that's the first bead I did, and I'll try and walk you through what I do. So I'm just straightening out the head pin. Do whatever you want, whatever beads you have, just thread them on and make a pretty design, whatever suits your particular eye and tastes. So I'm just doing a small bead, a large bead, and a small bead, because I don't want too huge, like too big a dangle. And then I'm just grabbing my wire cutters. I've actually made them blunt because I tried cutting things with them that I wasn't supposed to be cutting with them, some very, very thick wire. So I've made them a bit blunt. There is a sweet spot though where it does cut, and I keep trying to get the sweet spot. So every now and then I'll manage to cut it in one go first time. But anyway, then I grab my needle nose pliers, and what I do is I bend it back at a 90-degree angle, and then I twist it round to make the loop. And yeah, that gives you your loop that you can thread through your paper clip or your bowl pin to attach it to your journal. So again, just threading on some beads. This time I try it with a butterfly. So this is just a metal butterfly charm. And because I'm making a bunch of boho journals, I want to make a bunch of boho charms. So this is absolutely perfect, these bright colours. And I'm just, because it's boho, I'm doing lots of different colours. So making it more rainbow. Grabbing my wire cutters. I'm sure there's a proper name for those, but anyway. I think, is it tin snips? No, I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, but I wonder if I can sharpen those somehow if I need to buy a new pair, because usually you can just snip it straight away and it's quite, quick and easy. But I have to kind of wrestle and fight with it to get it to cut. And then again, I just bend it back at 90 degrees and then fold it over. The reason why I bend it back 90 degrees, you don't have to, you could just bend over a loop. It's just that the loop ends up being kind of lopsided if you do that. Whereas if you bend it back 90 degrees first and then fold the loop over, it centers it a bit more. But you can always mold it and bend it back if you want. Sometimes I reshape the loop and bend it so it's more in the center. And again, if it doesn't really matter if it's to the left or to the right, it's all going to hang off the journal anyway. But yeah, just to my eye, I like it going close to center if I can get it centered. So now I'm just threading on some more beads. This one is probably one that I'll keep for me because I quite like this is my favorite color combination, the blue and the clear. I was playing around with how many beads I put on the head pin. So you could make longer dangles, shorter dangles, just depends what kind of journal you want. I tried to do a bit of a combination of both since my journals will generally have quite a few charms on them if I am going to put charms on them, and it's nice just to have a bit of variety, some long, some short, some with big beads, some with small beads, some with charms like the metal charms, some with buttons rather than them all being beads. But you can do whatever you want really. Just have a play, use whatever you have. But yeah, I was very happy with these beads from BB Craft. I got these 2 sets because there's so many in them that I could have just go to town with all the color combinations. And I love that there's a variety of colors. There's lots and lots of colors, and there's lots and lots of beads. So it took me a while to choose which ones I wanted. I always spend like an hour looking through the shop and just putting things in my basket, and then I narrow it down, and I narrowed it down to these 2 simply because there's just the most colors and the most beads. And definitely great for boho journals, but also for more subtle journals. There's some paler colours. I can definitely use those clear ones. There's those pale pink ones, pale blue, and I can use them for more classic, elegant, softer journals. So they will last quite a while. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the tutorial. I'm just going to be doing the same thing over and over again. Hopefully that was relatively clear and easy for you to see how to do it. Obviously you do need a few tools to be able to do this. I'm glad that I actually kept my tools. So I used to be a jewelry maker back in the day. I started making my own jewelry when I was about 17. I was in year 11 and it was my newest hobby, because I've always been creative, always tried different things. And year 11 was the year I got it heavily into jewelry making. And the reason was because I've got very small wrists and small neck. And at the time, back then, I was right into chokers, those choker necklaces. But every time I bought a choker, it was a normal size necklace on my neck. So I started making my own jewelry and made myself chokers that actually fit my own neck. And from there, I started making earrings and bracelets, which was really good too, because I could make my own bracelets to fit my own wrists. If I bought bracelets or bangles from the shop, they just slipped right off my wrist, so there was no point. For, I don't know, a couple years, 3, 4, 5 years maybe, I was right into jewelry making. I went to markets sometimes, I did jewelry parties and sold quite a bit of jewelry, but that hobby didn't last. And so I still have, though, a lot of beads and all my beading tools and a whole bunch of necklaces, bracelets and earrings still. But the great thing is I can use them all in junk journals. That's one thing I love about junk journals, is that no matter what craft you do, you can incorporate it into your journal. So if you do card making, if you do scrapbooking, if you do mixed media, if you do photography, you can incorporate that all into a junk journal somehow. And if you did jewelry making, you can make journal jewelry, so it's perfect. So even though I haven't made a piece of jewelry for a very, very, very long time, for years and years, I'm really glad I kept these pliers and cutters so that I can now make my own journal charms and dangles and journal jewelry. So it's going to be fun. So yeah, later on I already have filmed the video about how I attach them to paper clips and ball pins, and then after that I'll also film a video showing how I actually attach those to the journal. If you have any requests or questions, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll try to help out as much as possible. And I will try and do also a tutorial or video how I make dangles using like a spine dangle, rather than just hanging off the page. But yeah, I'll do one with a spine dangle. I've already done 2 tutorials, that's all. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to do another one. But I'll try and do one using these beads and see if I can mix it up and show something different. So that's not just the same thing again. But I wanted to, yeah, honour, you know, BB Craft for giving me these free products and do as many videos as I can showing them off. I will link their website below as well, and you can go check that out and see if there's anything you might like if you want to get started making your own jewellery or beadwork for journals. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I need to cover in this video. Yeah, let me know if you like making jewellery or if you like making charms and dangles for your journals. And I think, yeah, I just keep on going and going and going and making lots of charms. But I even do more off camera after this, and I just kept on going and going and going. But you'll see all of those dangles that I make in the next video. I pour them all out of that little lid, and you can see them there. But I think, yeah, this video just keeps on going, so I might just end it at this bead here. This one, I think I'm just doing a nice combination of different coloured beads. So you don't need metal charms, you don't need giant beads or anything, you can just use whatever you have. So I'll finish off this one and then I will stop the video here, and I hope that was helpful. Let me know if it was. Yeah, a bit different the first time I've been doing this on my channel, but hopefully I did it okay. I always hope I honour these places well and show off their products well, and whenever I do a tutorial I do hope it's actually clear and helpful, that you can see what I'm doing. This is a bit tricky because I'm working with small items here, but hopefully you can see okay. But yeah, there we go, that's that one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just keep on going, but I will stop the video here because I've run out of things to say. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching, and I hope this is helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.